So we're on the Euro USD 1 hour and we're looking at what's happened in the previous week and what we think is going to happen in the coming week. Certainly this week has been quite incredible, and this is why. So here we are on the Euro USD. Now last week you will recall that I said we were only looking for buy opportunities. This blue mark here represents when the markets opened this week. It's currently the 3rd of September, and this mark here was on Monday the 30th of September. So this screen here represents in 1 hour candles the whole week. The markets are still live, but they're literally going to close in the next couple of hours. The reason why I said we were looking for buy opportunities was because, quite simply, price is above the 20 simple moving average on the daily chart. This indicator here simply draws the 20 simple moving average from the daily chart onto the 1 hour chart, so I don't need to keep flicking in between the two charts or across the two timescales. So this is this week. Last week, of course, from this blue rectangle to this rectangle was last week. We did get a buy signal, but of course we didn't take it because at the time last week price was under the moving average. So unfortunately we didn't take that one. And this week, quite simply, there was no buy signal. So we didn't have any opportunity to enter the market, unfortunately. I did say that I wanted or hoped that price would pull down to this moving average. That didn't happen. If we just zoom out a little bit, you'll see that I wanted the MACD to come down towards the 0 line and then give us a signal to buy. But because price didn't move down long enough, obviously the MACD didn't move down to the 0 line, so we didn't get a buy signal. And I also did say last week that we may have to wait to get the buy signal. I didn't expect price to go up quite so dramatically like it has done this week, but of course that is a situation and that's what's happened. So because I said last week that this Monday would have been bank holiday, I said that price may move down, and it did start to move down, but of course not nearly enough. And then of course by the Tuesday around this area, price picked up and went on its merry way up and up and up. So price is still above the moving average. So for next week, we will still be looking for buy opportunities. That will require the MACD to drop towards the 0 line and of course give us the buy signal. Just because it doesn't look like that will happen doesn't mean it won't. It's just that price is marching upwards and onwards, and it has done literally since last week. This was basically the 23rd of August, and since then price has just moved up for the last 2 weeks. So we've not had opportunities. So for next week, when the markets open, what do we want to have happen? We want price to work its way down, hopefully as near to this moving average as possible. The MACD move down to the 0 line and then cross and give us a buy signal for next week. That is the simple analysis for the Euro USD. And of course we take our signals off of the 1 hour chart. Just for your information and for those that follow this channel, I will be looking at another simple strategy whereby we might be able to find opportunities quicker when they happen, still based on this moving average. But I've had a little bit of feedback, and of course it is true that using this strategy you miss a lot of opportunities. But I'm working on a price action strategy that we can use in conjunction with this moving average, and in line with if price is above the moving average we buy, and if it's below the moving average we sell. So I'm working on a strategy I'll make a video on that and maybe get your thoughts on that. But in the meantime, I stay focused on this strategy using this simple technique. And like I said last week, since the beginning of the year, there's been on average 3 trades a month. So that's reasonable, and that suits my trading style. So I'm happy with that. But if I can find another strategy that others might like to use, I'll make a video on that. I'm working on it currently, and of course I'm more than happy to share that with you in the coming weeks ahead. But in the meantime, for next week, we will only be looking to buy the market. And of course, like I've just explained, we will look for opportunities to do that. So thank you for your attention. I hope you've enjoyed what I've been saying here. I'm trying to keep trading Forex nice and simple for you. And in the meantime, take care, enjoy your weekend, and I'll speak to you next week.